Okay, so if we look at these questions, number 1 to 6 and number 7 to 13, I can see that 7 to 13 is an easier task because it is fill in the blank. So usually this kind of task is easier than the rest. So I will do this first and then I will come back to 1 to 6. 1 to 6 is matching information. So matching information is basically you read everything and then you have to scan and see which paragraph contains which information, 1 to 6. So it's better to do 7 to 13 first, so you have some ideas of the paragraphs that contain information of 7 to 13, question 7 to 13, and then you can come back to do 1 to 6. So you have some ideas of what's going on. That is a better strategy. Okay, so let's look at 7 to 13. So what we have here is the biggest keyword is guardrails. Before I come back to the reading and scan, I will underline keywords first. Guardrails, introduced, British roads, improve of pedestrians. So I know that 7 is a noun. It improves something of pedestrians, so the walkers on the streets, the people who walk on the streets. And number 8 is in the same sentence, so I'll continue. Ensuring movement of not disrupted. Okay, so movement of something, moving on the street. So it can be cars, can be pedestrians, can be buses, or whatever. We'll have to find out. So guardrails first. Guardrails. Let's see which paragraph has the word guardrails. Okay. Let's see here. So paragraph E, guardrails, and also British roads. Okay, so this is where we're gonna find the answers for 7, 8, and even 15, question 15. Okay, pedestrian safety. And prioritize the smooth flow of traffic. So let's go back to the question. Improve. Okay. So improve can be the same with solution 2. So the answer for 7 is safety, and it fits because it is a noun. And let's see, movement of not disrupted. So let's go back. Smooth, not disrupted, same meaning. Smooth and not disrupted. And flow of traffic. Let's see. Flow, same meaning with movement. So number 8 is traffic. Okay, continue. Number 9. Pedestrian led access point. Encouraged to cross one at a time. So cross something, cross one at a time. So we need to find singular noun. Okay, guide pedestrian, so this is where I find the answer. Guide would be same meaning with led to or encouraged to. Specific crossing points. Okay, slow down the progress across the road using staggered access point to divide the crossing into two, one for each carriageway. One for each carriageway. So each, same meaning with one. Each here, same meaning with one. So the answer must be carriageway. Let's go back. Okay, and it fits. It's also a singular noun. Okay, let's continue number 10. Unintended effect. Create psychological difficulties crossing the road, particularly for less people. So we need an adjective. Okay, let's go back. Okay, psychological barriers, same meaning with psychological difficulties. Impact those that are least mobile. Least mobile. So people, mobile is an adjective. Yeah. Okay. Those here should mean people. So mobile, I know mobile means people who people who can move. So least mobile can be people who have difficulties moving. Maybe they're old, maybe because they are disabled. So the answer here should be mobile for 10. Sorry. Okay, 10. 11. Results. Some people cross the road in a way. Some people cross the road in a way, so it should be an adjective. Here we also have here. Encourage others, so others use people. Dangerous crossing to get around the guardrails. So here we have the adjective dangerous. In the whole sentence, I only see the adjective dangerous, so it must be the answer. Okay, dangerous crossing, same meaning with cross the road in a dangerous way. Okay, let's continue. 12. Guardrails. Separate. Make it more difficult. Introduce form of transport that are. Okay, so number 12 should be a noun. Separate something. Divide communities. So separate, same meaning with communities. So my answer should be communities for number 12. And okay, number 13 is an adjective. So let's go back. Something about adjective and transportations or transports. Decrease the opportunity for healthy transport. So I have an adjective here, healthy transport. Decrease opportunities should be the same meaning with make it more difficult. So transport that are healthy. Healthy is the answer. Okay, for 13. Now let's go back to question 1 to 6. What I would do with matching information is I will underline all the keywords from 1 to 6. The reason is that for me, I remember the keywords. And when I scan for question 1, scan for the keywords of question 1, I may pick up on some other keywords in other questions. So I can do this task faster if I underline everything now. But there is another way. You can underline one at a time and scan one at a time if you are not if you want to be slow and sure. For me, I am comfortable with scanning everything at the same time. Okay, number 1, reference appealing way using dance. Writer not, so important, not proposing. Okay, number 2, example, contrast between past and present approaches to building. Okay. Mention. Okay, objective, unobjective, so a purpose of dance and engineering. Okay, reference, unforeseen problem, so a problem that we cannot predict, cannot know. Ignoring climate. Why? Measured, intended. Help people, reversed. So reversed means go backwards, ngược lại. Reference, how transport impact on humans' lives. Okay, so I underline everything. I have a kind of like an idea of what these informations are. I gotta have a idea of what this information, the information in these questions are. And I'll go back to number 1. Of course, I'll work one by one, but I still have some ideas of number 2 to 6. That's okay. So I'll go back to number 1. Reference appealing way using dance that writer not proposing. Okay. Appealing way using dance writer not proposing. Let's scan. In B, we have something not to suggest. Okay, so about dance. So dance holds some answers, and he said not to suggest everyone should dance their way to work. So he doesn't propose or suggest people to dance to work. So this might be the answer for number 1. Usually I will write the number of the answer next to the information in the passage, just to make sure that I can check later on. So number 1 is B. B, 1B. So the answer for number 1 is B. Let's continue. Example of a contrast between past, present approach to building. Something about past, present, and building. Okay, let's go back. For this kind of task, we cannot go from B to C. We have to go back to A. So let's see anything about building in past, present here. No, not really. Not anything about past. And of course, I have to scan B again because the paragraph can contain more than one information. So cities are made, not buildings, so not in B. Let's go to C. Okay, I have something about building. So we have builder. Medieval. Medieval means thời Trung Cổ, so this is something about past. This can be the answer. Okay, so this is how they built buildings in the past. The first sentence. And here, building designs are now conceived and stored in media technologies, etc. So this is about now and present and past way of building. So the answer for number 2 is C. Okay, let's go to number 3. An objective for both dance and engineering. So objectives mean purpose. Purpose of dance and engineering. The same purpose that dance and engineering have. Okay, let's go back. Of course, we have to scan again from A. Engineer at task with changing something about engineer purpose here. But not anything about dance, so not A. Okay, B. Dance, something here about dance. Design movement in dance. Could provide engineers with tools, but I don't see anything about purpose or objective. So not B, say C. So I don't have to scan here because we already did. So I go down. While create technology. No, not C. Okay, something about purpose here. But let's see if it's about engineer and dance. No, no word about engineer, no word about dance. So we'll pass that. Sorry. This is answer for number 2. Around here. Okay, let's go down a little bit. So E, we don't have to scan much because we already know the content of paragraph E when we did question 7 to 13. And I didn't see anything about dance and engineering in E, so I'll move to F. This is the reason why we did question 7 to 13 first. F. Okay. I see something about engineering aim. So aim, same meaning with purpose, objective. Yet it shares, okay, here, it shares with engineering the aim of designing patterns of movements within limitations of space. So it, let's find out if it is actually dance. Choreography is dance, same meaning with dance. So we know it is choreography, and it shares the same aim, or purpose, or objective with engineering. So the answer for number 3 is F. Okay, 3. Here. 3, F. Here. Number 4. Unforeseen problem arising from ignoring climate. So something about climate and a problem that we couldn't predict. Let's find climate. Okay, so let's find something about climate. First, climate is quite an easy word to scan. Of course, we have to go back from A. No, I don't see anything about climate. B, no. C, no. Sorry. D. So 4 paragraphs that we haven't matched with the information yet. Usually we have to be a little bit more careful because that can contain the answer. Okay. Something about hot sun. So like climate, I think. Okay, so something about failed to take into account is unforeseen, same meaning with unforeseen. They fail to predict the problem. Operate. Yeah, so let's check again. Unforeseen arising from ignoring the climate. Let's see if there's anything about ignoring. This failed because its designers has invested too much faith in computer aid to tell them how it would operate. Okay, so this is ignoring because they didn't think by themselves, but they rely too much on computer aid, so they ignore hot sun or climate. Okay, so number 4 is D. Let's see number 5. Measures intended to help people are being reversed. Measures means solution, so we need to find the reason why there are some solutions that about helping people are now being reversed or being changed. Đảo ngược. Okay, let's go back to, of course, A. To scan all the way up again. Yeah, A is simply introducing urban design, so nothing much about solution. No, not in B, no solution here. No solution here. No, I don't think it's in A. We read A very carefully for question 7 to 13. Maybe. So maybe guardrails is the measures intended to help people. Let's see if it is reversed. Okay, here. See, guardrails is the measure to help people. And now it is being removed. So removed, same meaning with reversed. So number 5 answer is E. E. Okay. Number 6, transport has impact on human lives. Transport impact on human lives. I think it is in A. We scanned A many times. Let's see. Transport. Okay, here. The way we traveled. So the way we travel is about transport. Affects our physical and mental health, our social lives, access to work and culture, the air we breathe. So that's human lives in general. So we have the word affect, same meaning with the word has an impact. Okay, so I think the answer is A. And of course here we will check the paragraphs that we didn't match. Paragraph G. Okay, we haven't touched G, so let's see if G has anything related to question 1 to 6. So just suggested method for transport engineers to learn from the dancers or choreographers. Yeah, nothing much. I don't think so. So that's it. That's all the answer for passage 1, test 2, Cambridge book 15.